One thing I noticed about Until Dawn is that like halfway through the game, you hit the part where like now it's the lethal part of the game, and basically like half the characters hit a point where literally every scene for the rest of the game they can die.
Yeah, I hated that. And they also like are no longer plot important at all.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
I liked it. I liked it as a concept. I was just unhappy that there was characters that weren't that. I thought like if everyone was that, it'd be way better. But there's certain specific characters that I won't spoil that totally can't die for so much of the game, even if it totally seems like they can all the time. Then once you pull the curtain back, you're like, oh yeah, they literally can't die.
Well, I legitimately thought I killed one of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow,
yeah,
that's
you
impressive.
encountered like a straight up death scene for that character as far as you could tell, but it's like, nope, just gonna come back to them later, and oh, they lived! Whoa!
I'm gonna let you handle
God
that
damn
for
it,
a second
video game.
because, fuck. Yep.
Like, I played through that segment, and I didn't fail the way you did, so I was convinced, like, oh my god, I could have died at any moment. Look how tense it was. It was so incredibly tense.
These guys are infinite. Here, come over here.
There's a lot of guys over here.
I think they just... Yeah, they get... Oh, good. Okay, good. The bridge is currently blocking it.
So once I survived that whole thing without dying, and then found out that you just couldn't die, I was like, that's incredibly disappointing, and undermines all the tension that I felt.
I am dead.
You're a fuck-up, aren't you? Who's you? We don't fuck up. I'm a die now. That's just every square.
Here now.
Every square meter of the screen was just full of death.
Let's just restart this one.
Let's just redo that one, you know?
We'll
just do it again. It's no biggie.
It was awful.
It's no biggie.
So we can kill these guys.
So did I tell you about my new high watermark for an individual Patreon supporter?
No.
$99.99.
Is that just like fund a whole series?
No, not. I don't. It's not a goal. It's a high watermark of someone who actually donated already. Someone
Nice.
pledged $99.99.
Your fans are much more dedicated to handing you money.
The way he said it made it sound like apparently It sounded like apparently you can't donate more on Patreon. Maybe they block you from $100 or more because the fraud or something. I don't know.
I'm probably gonna die here. Just
probably.
saying.
I have faith in you. You'll be fine.
There,
just keep spinning. Spin to win. Oh fuck! I ruined that one.
These guys do not let me.
Claws. There we go. There we go. It's down.
Nice shot.
Just gotta get these gargoyles out. Oh jeez, they look mad.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
They look mad at us. He spawned directly on top of the guys that were about to close me in.
Fuck you. These dudes do not want to die.
Oh no, they don't. Oh crap!
Okay,
I missed.
One down.
Crap! I missed. Oh, they're spawning from the ground. No.
Yep. They just keep spawning.
Guess who's boned tonight? Oh, it's so close. Oh crap! I'm covered in bad guys. That guy's got a crown.
It's good.
I got the crown.
Yeah, I don't care right now. I'm more interested. Fuck.
It was mostly an accident. I was running in a direction and like, oh, crown is on me.
Yay. Whew.
Well, at least the spawners are dead. That's good for us.
I think they're still coming. I think more spawned on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, here.
You're definitely our anti-crowd character right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I have a super high damage single target attack right now. I don't really have the explosive I used to have.
I'm working here.
That purple burst is definitely like this thing attaches to this guy and just destroys them.
Okay. More spawners spawned on the other side.
You need help.
This ain't great.
Red Warrior
I do.
needs food badly. Credits will be fine. There's chicken up here. There's chicken up here.
So
you gotta believe in the chicken.
My potions turn enemies into chickens.
Leroy, get chicken.
Yeah, I'll get the chicken. I didn't know how much health I had left.
You did not have much health left, as it turns out.
Well, no, I used the potion to convert into chicken. Actually, did fairly well.
To convert yourself into chicken.
Yeah, that'd be.
And the potion into chicken. Everything was chicken.
Let's see, I'm gonna open this one up. I think we've got another spawner on the other side.
You just gotta take a bite out of your own forearm. The spawners are respawning, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
God damn.
So
this level's crazy.
Jesus. Fuck.
Have we had respawning spawners before?
Chicken! You can grab the chicken, by the way.
Chicken! Wow.
We totally killed these chickens earlier.
Got him.
Holy shit.
We should probably run around. We should probably go clockwise for a little while.
unfortunately, they keep spawning more dudes, which is not great.
I am sure we've got... Ow. Got this. Oh, no.
Okay, took the gargoyle down. It's just this one, too. Nice
There
job.
we go.
Can we play Serious Sam after this? Like, next weekend or something like that? Something that's a little bit less,
Serious Sam 2.
Yeah.
Just work down the whole series.
Apparently apparently Serious Sam... Ow. Fuck. That thing.
You did it.
I was trying to go circles around it, and it's just like, nope. How do you feel about stun locking?
It's cool. I've never been more proud of you. So psyched. I'm so happy about your accomplishments. Fuck you, Wander. Fuck you. No.
You're not beating me in gold
How do I
counts.
kill you?
You're not beating me
What?
in gold
You beat me by like
counts.
a pixel, you fuck. That last pile.
You are not beating me in gold counts.
I finally was winning. I'm beating you at that gold count though.
No, I beat you there.
No, I'm beating
you
you
mean
at.
in
I'm beating you
total
at.
gold.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's just because I bought the chicken converter spell.
I'll hold it over you. I'll still hold it over you. You can't stop me.
Closer to the core lie threats more sinister.
Just stand still for a second and watch him squirm.
I should probably grab all of the potions from now on, seeing as I actually can convert enemies into an active health source.
Is that your potion?
Fuck. Yeah, that's my potion.
God damn.
It's
Oh
handy.
god. Wander.
I opened up a door. I'm
Bad
sorry.
happening. Bad happening.
It's okay. It could be worse.
Spawner's down at least. Good. Fuck those guys. Got it.
There we go.
I got both spawners real hard.
I don't know if you got it or I was...
Oh yeah. It did the vibrating
But I-
thing that it does when it's infected with purple.
I mean...
Like it stabs into it, then it vibrates like crazy and then just falls apart.
Fine.
Yay, we shared! Like adults or something, or 5-year-olds, I guess.
I mean, I don't take your food from you. I just take your gold from you because there's no penalty to you for me being greedy there.
Who's a purple monster? No! Oh god!
Oh, wait.
Oh god!
Okay.
that gold
decision might
was
be
bait.
regretted.
That gold was bait?
Was the gold bait or is the gargoyle bait?
Yeah, the gold was tricking us to going in the corner so that we get completely trapped.
Well, you know what? That's better than being in the center when they all spawn. Fuck these things.
Center gives you options.
Ah, fuck.
Spawner's
Fuck
down.
the gargoyles, man.
Fuck the gargoyles. That sounds pretty painful.
Dude, I don't care. They deserve it.
Luxembourg, Goliath.
So, unlike like you, me trying to fight them is meaningless. Because it's just like, they just knock me back over and over and over again.
You have any nostalgia for what I was talking about?
Luxembourg?
I said Luxembourg and Goliath. Also like
Oh,
Lexington.
yeah. Lexington. I was like, Luxembourg? That's like Polish or something.
I thought Luxembourg was one of them too.
Nope.
Lexington's the flying guy. What's the name of
Yeah,
I thought,
Lexington-
I thought the one-eyed guy was named. He might have been
No,
named.
he was named after the river.
Oh, what's the name? What's the name of that river? Shit. Shit. I think Bronx was the dog. 'Cause they're all named after They were named after parts of New York, weren't they?
Except for Goliath. Because
Yeah.
only like the leadership deserved names for the most part.
And Goliath was the guy that plays Worf.
You create, I destroy.
Yeah.
That guy had an interesting, an interesting
No,
history. You want to
no.
go get the food?
No, Goliath was Keith David.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Who was played by Worf? Are you sure?
Yeah.
I feel like he was
I'm
played with-
absolutely sure.
I feel like the guy
No.
that played Worf was also
No,
both
it's-
Goliath and
it's-
I Am Weasel.
Nope. You might be
am
thinking of the
Weasel.
old man, but it is 100% Keith
You
David.
trapped me.
You're trapped by my greed. You are free.
I just
Goliath's
like the idea of I
brother-
Am Weasel saying like the names of like Klingon weapons.
Goliath's brother
the
was
same voice
Worf,
actor.
apparently. This looks like fun.
Oh, so he was in that show then? Okay.
Yeah, he was in that show. I wasn't denying that.
Yeah.
But Goliath was 100% Keith David.
I think that was the show that had a weird amount of Star Trek people in it. Like, I think
Yeah,
the
it
girl
was.
was played by the girl that plays Deanna Troy, and I think
Yes,
that the
she
guy,
was.
the one human guy was
yeah,
number one.
Iron Man was totally Riker.
Yeah. What was his name? Xanatos.
Yeah, Xanatos was totally Riker. Even in like facial features, it was just flat out.
I had a Gargoyles board game that you played with a VHS tape that played along with it.
I played one of those
Pretty
recently.
badass.
Badass in terms of like really jank.
Badass
There's
in terms
never-
of 8.
Oh yeah, that is absolutely
As a
true.
kid, it's mind-blowing. I never thought
I'm not
technology
gonna-
could do these things.
I'm not going to deny that. Yeah, we were playing a game recently that honestly played like FTL, but the board game. But you had to play it with like a CD player to like play it.
Oh
It was
man,
like,
I
this
just had the
is so-
thought. I just had the thought of realizing like there's got to be like a really janky kind of shitty Gargoyles video game, and I want to play it. I need to track that
There's
down.
got to be. You went for the gold.
Was
You didn't
there
go
a
for
bomb?
the food.
Was
Nope.
there a bomb back there though?
No, there was food.
Oh, because there was a dent in the wall.
Oh.
So I was like thinking,
we
like,
can go
what-
back and
I was
check
trying to
if we
remember
want
if there was
to.
a bomb or not.
You're just like grossly motivated by greed now.
Yeah, you monster. You gotta be proactive now.
I only do greedy things when I'm like when it's a clear moment,
You gotta be
or
proactive
if I need to like
now.
run away from shit.
Well, yeah, when it's clear, that's when you have the advantage because you can just sprint at everything. See how
This
you
is
just
true.
casually picked up all the money in that room, like for an inch from my face.
Yeah.
You demon creature. Oh, there's the
Oh,
bomb.
yeah, bombs. This one, right?
Blow him up.
Well,
Oh shit.
and somehow.
That was about as far away as I guess I could be. Wipe them out, all of them.
Did you eat all the food over here? Nope. There we go. Greed bot. I mean, yeah. We should
Yeah.
we should play. We should
So you
actually
are.
play Borderlands at some point and actually have fun with it.
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, I think
It's
that'd be really
Borderlands.
hard.
It's pretty fucking
mean-
boring.
It was fun, but
Was it?
okay, it would have been better if Andrew wasn't there, because he actually actively made the game harder by existing as part of that session.
It would also be better if I had any interaction with any NPC at any point. Because the
That's
game does
true.
the same bullshit as all these other online games where they don't make any effort to incorporate the different players together. So it's just like, oh, quests are just appearing and disappearing on my quest log constantly, and I have no concept of what's going on. So it's just a game where I shoot psychos nonstop, and I can only shoot psychos for so long before I'm like, I'm still shooting psychos. When is this going to do something else?
Yeah, that game really had a serious issue with enemy variety.
With having
I
one
like-
enemy?
Yeah, I liked the I
What
like
if
the
I
enemy
psychos
types.
or skags today? Sometimes there's
I liked the
psychos
enemy
and
types in the.
skags.
I liked the enemy types in the pre-sequel, but there was like you didn't feel any kind of like ownership of them. Like after playing Borderlands 1, you're like, I know all of these enemy types and their weaknesses and how to fight them. Pre-sequel is just like it's just stuff to shoot.
It's
And
hard
that
for me
made
to
me sad.
process Borderlands as a co-op game when Destiny is so much more enjoyable
It
in that context.
really is.
Phew. And there's always people recommending Warframe, but I've tried Warframe and it's like amazingly repetitive too.
Yeah, it's even worse than.
Like there's some satisfying movement in the game because you can go in like dodge mode and sword mode and everything, but man,
Oh.
you're basically playing procedurally generated missions, so it's just like there's
And
some
they all end
rooms
up
around.
feeling very self-same. It gets
it's
a bit
a bunch
better.
of hallways basically.
It gets a bit better by the end of it, but it's just like anything story related in that game is actually really cool because they're like pretty unique tile sets and stuff like that with like different gameplay or like different enemy types and like you have to do interesting things. Unfortunately, they are.
Chat looked
few
up
and far
gargoyles
between.
for the Genesis. Oh yeah.
All right, here, let's go back for a second. We missed a thing.
What's over here? Isn't that the way to finish the level or something? It seems important.
I mean-
it's like it's all like center stage looking and stuff.
I don't know what else we got around here. Yeah, but we had the. I guess we don't have a key. Maybe I messed it up. So I don't like grind games. So I like grind games.
A game should never be about grinding. Ever.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
really
it-
stupid.
At this point, I'm
The
not
core
very...
mechanic of my game is that you play the one thing over and over again for 60 hours, so we don't have to make anything else.
At this point, I'm actually kind of like burnt out on playing regular Destiny, like the solo, just like strike playlists and stuff to get up to eye level 400, or is it 300? It's up to 300. Just
People who
because
worship
there's-
grinding games are basically the video game form of Stockholm Syndrome.
I mean, I like a good
I've played it for
grindy
500
game.
hours, so I have to love it now and defend it on the internet.
I like a good grindy game, but it depends on the game. Like, I actually really like the Monster Hunter games because, yeah, it's grindy, but the content is so good. And, like, you only have to grind... Oh, jeez. That was accurate.
Ah.
Oh, we're both dead. Alright. Oh, that was close.
It's a little bit of a self-defeating defense when you're almost immediately about to say, and you don't have to grind that much.
Okay, so Monster Hunter you have to grind a fair amount, but the thing is you only have to fight, you know, different enemies a certain number of times. So, like, you want to get a certain enemy's armor set, you only have to fight them, like, yeah, let's make some chicken.
Ooh, fire. Fire's angry.
Grab yourself some chicken.
The game's telling me not to destroy the food. The food is everything, though. Everything became food.
I have created the food.
Oh, shit.
Ow.
It's the constant back and forth, of course, when you're playing a... Like, for my case, I have an RPG channel, basically.
Yeah.
So, if I ever complain about grinding, people act like I'm a lunatic. But it's like, no, it's... Games can have pacing.
Well, I mean,
like, they
most
can be designed,
RPGs, yeah,
they
most
can be paced
RPGs
well.
don't even require you to grind. Like,
if a game suddenly hits a point where it's like, alright, thanks for completing all this stuff, now, in order to get the next boss fight, you just have to run around in a field in circles until enough like random events happen that you get an arbitrary bar to go up. Like, that's not good game design, ever.
no, that's bad game design.
It-
But like for me, Monster Hunter, for example, you only have to fight a boss like 4 times if you really want to get their full armor set, or you could ignore it because it really doesn't matter up
And
until
just
the
get a
very
bunch
end
of
game.
mishmashed armor sets from different bosses.
Yeah, like the only thing you really have to grind for is to get like a weapon set, and even then, usually it's only like 1 or 2, unless for whatever reason that one frill is not dropping, which is kind of bullshit. But whatever.
Like games like Witcher do it right, where it's like, yeah, you need certain, you're supposed to get to a certain level to do certain parts of the main story, but here's an ungodly amount of side content.
Yeah,
like way
like,
more than that.
make the grinding fun and varied enough that the players want to grind. And for me, Warframe never really did that. Warframe was just like, here's a bunch of really cool things that you have to spend hours and hours and hours on.
I hate you. I got none.
That's what you get for trying to cheat me earlier. By, like, leaving me to fight all the
Such
enemies.
Bullshit. So bullshit.
Wow.
God damn it, video games. I quit.
I have no regrets. We've only got 4 levels left.
God damn.
Yeah.
We're getting
no.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting it.
But, I'm trying to think of other games where, like, grinding was really satisfying. I actually hate
Games where
grinding in
grinding was
Disgaea.
satisfying?
Have you ever played any of the Disgaea games?
No. I know
I
they're
take that as
top-down
no.
strategy games, right?
Yeah, they're really good, really well written and stuff like that. And the next one comes out in a couple of days, and so I'm probably gonna pick it up. But so they have like the
100-part
main story
Let's
mode.
Play.
Yeah.
Look forward to that
well,
finale,
actually-
audience. It'll never come.
Actually, you can beat the game in a very short period of time. It's all the end game content that's like locked behind an insane amount of grinding. So if you
Yeah.
wanna fight the like secret last boss, you have to
Oh,
grind your
God.
characters from level like 60, which you needed at the end of the game, to level 2000.
Oh, wow.
And you can only do that by repeating certain levels and abusing certain mechanics.
Jesus.
And it's just like, it's like built into the game. So on one hand, like the grinding feels kind of rewarding because like once you figure out the process to do it right and like get all that experience, it's like, okay, you know, I got this down and my characters are OP as shit. But at the same time,
I'm still trying to think of a
I
game
will-
where grinding's satisfying.
I still think Monster Hunter is one of the only ones. Destiny does a good job of breaking up the monotony by giving you a lot of things that you can do. And
in
generally
Half-Minute
not
Hero, the
discriminating.
grinding is the basic mechanic of the game.
Yeah,
It's kind of a metaphor, though.
yeah.
That's like not
I mean,
even. That's like less of an RPG and actually a puzzle game framed as an RPG.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fascinating
the original
game, though.
Disgaea was amazing. The Disgaea games are awesome. I love them. They're really good.
Yeah, I've never played them.
Unfortunately, I haven't had a PlayStation.
For me, that whole genre for me and experience has just been basically just Advance Wars, Fire Emblem, and Final Fantasy Tactics. I totally shot that food.
My favorite, actually, from the Disgaea series wasn't a Disgaea game. It was called Phantom Brave.
Ow!
It was really well done.
Oh, I ruined that. I have a collection
There
of
we go.
weird Japanese games I've always wanted to play on the channel. It's just the type of stuff I can only do if I either go full time or suddenly have like, hey, no new games are out,
People.
time to play some weird shit.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably going to be me come January. Because I get
Yeah.
the feeling by January, there's not going to be a whole lot of like new things for the month. So I was thinking of doing like my Pokemon Dooflock series.
I own the Guided Fate Paradox and the Awakened Fate Ultimatum.
No idea what that is. Never even heard of that.
They're basically Japanese roguelikes,
Weird.
like anime-style Japanese roguelike video game JRPG type things. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I just want to dive into this weird. But who knows? One day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can already pay like
Oops.
rent and bills and stuff with my income from YouTube, which feels really good. It's just like I would have no spare money.
And I only kind of hate you. Yay! You gotta
You're
push
not
that
too
Patreon,
far
bro.
off of me.
You gotta push that Patreon.
Yeah, I really do. Unfortunately, I have not had free time and focus. Because my focus is constantly just keeping up with content. God damn, do not get hit
The scary
by
thing about my income is that on top of just not being high enough, it's just that a lot of it comes from a small number of Patreon supporters. Like
Yeah.
it's not very.
So
it's
if they
not,
decide they don't want to anymore, you're in trouble.
yeah, it's not widespread enough.
Yeah. Whereas for me, it's just like, well,
That's why I started stressing in my last update video. I'm like, hey guys, you know that if you just donate $1 on Patreon, that's more than you'll ever make me in ad revenue.
I still have trouble
so you
wrapping
know.
my head around that one properly.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like
but
a
I'm
user
thinking,
has
like,
to
I
watch
got-
something absurd, like 1,000 videos, to make a
Yeah.
dollar for you, as an individual human. So like
Yeah.
trying to comprehend where all that money comes from ad revenue, like that almost sinks in more than actual numbers. Just how many people are watching. It's almost more effective than the actual number that the thing tells you is your views.
Yeah. It's
So there's like 2
it's
optional missions
scary.
over there. Oh Jesus,
Let's go
that's
do
dramatic looking.
that. Let's save the last boss for last. It'd be weird otherwise. The other thing I was looking into is like, what if I moved to Kansas and it'd be like, I could rent a house for $200. I'm like, what? This is also a temptation, but I also know that it would be a really shitty house. And I'd
Yeah.
probably have to pay like a lot in just maintenance. I don't know.
So one thing I gotta say about The Witcher, without being spoilery about it specifically, like that the game's structured in an interesting way where you start getting confused a little bit when you're playing it, because like there's a lot of quests in that game that seem like in any other game they'd be the main quests of the game, but they're actually side content. Like they're all
Dude,
involve
the
super important characters, but they're all side content.
The Witcher and Dragon Age are like my two main regrets of this year.
Yeah,
The Witcher and Dragon Age are
Witcher's so much better.
but like they're both
like a lot of
really
ways.
good and really fun.
Yeah,
I don't like Witcher's combat that much.
yeah, the combat's
I
not great,
thought it
but
was-
but
I thought it
Dragon
was
Age has a
clunky
lot
and
of
boring.
problems too if you play on any difficulty where you actually have to think about what you're doing.
Yeah, so I was playing both on easy,
Yeah.
and like
I've been playing them
Dragon
both on the
Age-
hardest difficulty.
Dragon Age was really fun. Witcher was just like, this is kind of a slog fighting things. But I love like going around in the world and talking to people and stuff like that.
Like, the bummer with Dragon Age is that its ending is, like, how do I put it, like, it's, you just go a place for the ending, like it shows up on your war table of like, here's the place to go to end the game. There's the final boss fight, and you click on it, and then the boss fight happens, and that's the ending. And you're like, what? It's just there, and it just happens, and that's it. And like, there's some cutscenes wrapping things up, but it's like, it has.
Wait,
like,
is this Dragon Age we're
yeah,
talking about?
like
Okay,
the ending of
'cause-
Dragon Age is almost worse than Mass Effect 3, in that it's just like, yeah, you just like
I was trapped in there. That
yeah,
sucks.
you were fucked. But like Mass Effect 3 at least had a bunch of stuff right at the end of like trying to acknowledge all these things you did throughout the series in the game, even
Yeah.
if the final ending room or whatever was like the thing that pissed people off, where it's like none of it mattered apparently. But
Yeah.
Dragon Age Inquisition literally is like, here's the final boss fight mission, shows up on your board, you can click on it, and then you do the final boss fight, and there's some dramatic cutscenes, and then it's over. Like, rather, kind of just suddenly and anticlimactically. For
Did
a
you
boss
say that was
fight.
also true of Shadowrun? You should probably grab some of that health.
I haven't finished Shadowrun. I'm still in the final mission of Shadowrun.
Somebody told me like the ending of Shadowrun was just like, surprise, here it is.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Shadowrun.
So that was you talking about it.
Yeah. I think you meant like the ending as in like, it's a little different. Shadowrun's different in how it's set up. Because like all of Dragon Age is setting up for the idea that you're going to go face off against this bad guy. And then the ending is you face off against that bad guy. Like, it's not like it comes out of nowhere. It's just that it's like the way that the actual ending is handled in context is just like, oh, click on button to fight boss fight. Alright, we did the boss fight. I guess the story's over now. I shot that food.
You shit.
I shot that
I
food.
needed that. Yeah. Hello.
It's like, it's really disappointing in that it's just
let me
like,
grab
there's
this.
like, there's like, even though it's the end of this massive story, like my series on that game is like 130 episodes. Like, there's a lot of weight to that game for me. So having it just be like, click on thing, fight boss. I guess it's over now. Alright, everyone lives happily ever after or something. It was like really disappointing in a way that I think they specifically addressed with the last DLC, where like, no, this needs to have a real ending now. Because they totally did that with the last DLC. It was like, tried to tack on a real, substantial, like, emotionally fulfilling ending at the end of a game that kind of didn't have it.
I feel
Like-
like we need to go back to the right here. Like, I feel like there's something over here.
Like, here's the thing, like, I'm not even at the end of The Witcher.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
All I did was reach a major plot mission, and I already feel like it already has what feels like a better ending than Dragon Age ever had. It's like
do you remember in the very first area of The Witcher where it's teaching you like how to really prepare for a specific monster, and it was the dead chick in the well? Do you
Oh yeah,
remember that mission?
the experience of like, oh yeah, this enemy is vulnerable to these types of attacks, and you have to they only show up in this context and stuff like that.
I thought it was so fascinating for that mission specifically that
And it never
you can
stops.
finish it. Well, you can finish it, but there's like no closure. You have to go talk to people like extraneously, like outside of the quest, completely unprompted, just to
find out about like what.
yeah, just to find out who actually did the killing and stuff like that. And it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
oh god. I was
One of
really
the first things
disappointed,
that
actually,
happens
you
in The
couldn't,
Witcher is you
commit
immediately,
revenge
like-
on her.
You encountered
I'm about to die.
you encountered the old woman that's like, this guy took my pot.
I'm dead.
Did you encounter that at the beginning of the game?
I don't remember that.
There's this woman like, this guy took my pan. I needed to cook my food. He's in that house.
Oh, I remember that.
He hasn't come back out.
Yeah, I never found the follow-up for that. I was like,
You go
I
in
really
there and
wanna
there's just like 500 clues to something going on. You're like, what? And I don't know if there's an answer. I think there might be nothing. I think that might just be fucking with you for the exact reasons, because like they know we love it when it's like there's just a crazy thing of like what's
Ambiguous
going
and
on in this
interesting.
world.
Yep.
Like like I've done so much in that game since then. That's one of the first things that happened. It's still burned in my head that quest had happened. Like the way that just the sheer extent of like how good the story and writing in general and the world building is in Witcher blows most games I've played in such a long time completely out of the water. That
I
I'm
was
willing
gonna
to
ask
forgive the
something about-
janky ass combat.
I was going to ask about that. Is the writing in Talos Principle good?
Yes.
Okay, because Serious Sam is going to have the Talos Principle writers.
I mean they're the same company.
Yeah, they didn't have them earlier.
Oh, you're right, because the writers are from like the Where they were from. It was the writers from that game. Fuck, what's that game I played? I keep wanting to call it The Fall, but it's not The Fall. It's The Swapper.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Swapper people wrote. The person wrote Talos Principle.
You can revive, by the way.
Have you played the Swapper?
I played a little bit of it
That story
for an
that's a
impressions video. It was good.
Fucked up story.
I didn't follow any of the story. Kind of wish I had.
Like, just the basis of how the game mechanic works is that you create a duplicate of yourself and you can switch back and forth between those bodies. And then, like,
Yeah.
like whoever you're not playing as, like, they're just actively, like, just dying. Like, you're just
Yeah, I
killing
remember
copies
that.
of yourself all the time. And then at some
I
point,
remember
like,
thinking that was, like, screwy.
so you're totally, like,
Chicken!
it's totally one of those, like, question humanity situations. That's what Soma really heavily
Chicken.
focuses on. Like, Soma's all about questioning what counts as being human, whether or not you're still human in the context of what's going on in the story and stuff like
Here,
that.
do you see a bunch of your arrows just stuck into the ceiling here?
Ceiling?
Yeah, like right
Like-
here.
Like the invisible ceiling or something? What
Yeah,
ceiling?
There's just a bunch of arrows that are like floating in the
Nah.
sky here.
I don't see
Oh.
any arrows.
Weird.
Die.
I just can't imagine Serious Sam with a plot.
They're asking me if I'm gonna do New Game Plus and Witcher. Oh, Jesus.
The